You always get what you pay for. When it comes to batteries, pay a little more, get a lot more. What kind of driver doesn't stop and start a lot?
Long-distance lorry driver.
This isn't about long-distance lorry drivers, is it?
You asked what kind of driver doesn't stop and start a lot.
You asked who doesn't stop and start a lot. OK, what kind of car driver who isn't a long-distance driver? You know, like the guy who didn't get his HGV licence, so he hauls very small freight in the back seat of his car. What kind of normal, ordinary car driver doesn't stop and start a lot?
He can be very temperamental. Bit of a baby, really.
Who doesn't go short distances like shopping and going home, picking up the kids and going home? The more you stop and start, the more power you...
need.
All right.
You always get one, don't you?
It's time for the symbols.
Did I ever say anything about long-distance lorries?
You are a professional. There is no problem.
Of course not. If any of your customers answer yes to any of the following, then they will be served best by the best. Is your vehicle engine size over 1.5 litres?
I learned a few things. It was very interesting.
Do you use chargeable in-car accessories like mobile phone, sat-nav or MP3 player?
Well, it's useful to know that what's best for the customer puts a few extra quid in your pocket. We all like to go for a beer. I like to hang out with the guys, have a few beers, so that's what that will go towards.
Do you continually drive in peak time traffic around towns or cities?
He reminded me a bit of my dad, really, the way he got all defensive when I challenged him. He was a bit of a baby, really.
Do you leave your car parked outside overnight?
Well, I wouldn't mind dropping him from a great height.
Would you like to select a battery with optimum guarantee cover included? If any of your customers answer yes to any of those questions,
And nearly all would answer yes to at least one.
then they will be served best by the best.
It's been a pleasure.
Happy selling.
I like the lying on top of the extremely attractive assistant bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Sit down. Quick test before you go. John.
Is a battery magic?
Absolutely not.
Adam.
How do batteries provide power to electrical equipment?
Two dissimilar metals immersed in acid produce an electrical...
Thank you, Wendy.
Under the surface, batteries could have different plate thickness or number of plates, which affects their...
Starting power.
Terry.
Always stack batteries by the first in, first out rule, which means...
Stock the earliest in at the front and sell before the batteries that come after, so it's not spending its life sitting on the shelf.
LOL.
The more you stop and start, the more power you...
Never stack a battery directly on top of another battery. Always make sure there is protection between the two.
The more power you need.
Now that you've passed the test,
Remember this test.
when you take a few seconds,
To test every one of your customers' batteries,
you will sell at least 20% more batteries.
which will maximise.
The money in your pocket
All you have to do
is take the digital tester out to the customer's car
and show them if their battery is good,
or on its way to being a problem.
or going to leave them stranded in the near future.
Peace of mind for them,
Money in your pocket for you.
added value for the customer. Now that you've all passed the test,
Make sure your customers do.
easy how to use digital test instructions are on the Leave Behind leaflet.
Good luck.
And goodbye.
No, it's no problem, really.
Great.
I'll just take a left at the end of the hill, you know where the post office is, and then I'll take the third exit at the next roundabout.
Have a good day.
See you tomorrow. No, second exit at the roundabout. Past Tesco. Bob's your uncle.
Who's Bob and why is he my uncle?
Sorry?
Nothing.
One last thing.
What are you doing here?
Are you insane?
How did you get into my car?
Oh, you're insane!
I'm here to tell you one last thing. I'm not insane. Magic. I'm not insane. Pop the bonnet.
Batteries are not magic.
No, they're not. I am.
You may be many things, but magic, you are not.
Please get out of the car.
Surprise!
85% of warranty claims are due to a fault in the car, not in the battery.
So here are the 5 golden warranty rules.
1. Establish proof of purchase.
If it isn't still in the warranty period, it isn't under warranty.
You think that's obvious, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's obvious. I think it's obvious because it's so bloody obvious.
I told you waiting for them in the car was a little over the top.
Well, I'm a little over the top. 2. Check the battery is right for the application it is fitted to. Use a catalogue to assist you in determining battery size along with CCA and amp hour rating.
3. Ensure that the battery was purchased by the customer in question. Warranties are not transferable.
4. Make sure you check the battery for visible signs of damage to the casing and terminals. If there is visible damage, then the battery is out of warranty.
Which takes us to the 5th golden rule. Check for service abuse. When inspecting batteries, always wear goggles and gloves.
You don't want to get dirty.
And you want to be safe. I hate innuendo.
Use the voltmeter to check the state of charge of batteries, both in service and in stock.
The variable load high rate discharge tester checks the battery's ability to supply a heavy current which is required to start a car.
The hydrometer checks the condition and specific gravity of the electrolyte in the battery.
Remember, 85% of warranty claims are due to a fault in the car, not in the battery. Please refer to the handout provided for instructions on how to use this equipment.
As our star pupils, consider yourselves deputised.
Adam was your star pupil. I wasn't your star pupil.
Yeah, but he's a bit of a smart ass. Fancy a drink?
Not milk.
Not milk.
Okay. I drove.
He's taking your car.
He'll need it for his date.
So, how are you going
If you could give me a lift, that'd be terrific.
Of course.
But first, if you don't mind, I need to get this inside.
Of course.
We could have a drink before you drop me off.
That's okay with you.
Of course.
I admire hard work. I think it's a sexy quality in a man.
Well, I wouldn't mind dropping him from a great height.